everyone, welcome back to Persona 5 Royal, where last time we had the most expensive meal on planet Earth, all of which was taken out of, my bank account, because my friends are great, you know, all the money that I labored over, I mean, I had one conversation with a dude who gave me a shifty bag, and then he's like, here, have all the money in the world, but it was still belonged to me, and then I was the one who had to pay for all of it, so, thanks guys, you're the best. Anyway, I cut off the episode in the middle of an abrupt, well maybe not abrupt time, but we cut it off in the middle of the day, which I don't usually do. I usually like to end the episodes at the end of the day, because we've been going on for so long. Yesterday I decided that we would just break things here. Nice stopping point. And today, we're going to finish up Friday, we'll definitely go away through the weekend, and maybe we'll start up Monday as well. We'll see what happens. But for now, for my top priority is going to be to go return that Wraith TV show we rented to the rental shop. So we'll go there, and that'll be our first priority, to go there and take care of that, which would be right. Yeah, it's right here. Well, actually, what else is on? Actually, no. Before we do that, because I don't know if this is gonna automatically take us back to the thing or not. But again, let's take a stroll around. So, because I haven't really explored Central Street beyond just, we've been to the theater, obviously, and we've been to. Have we been in? Can I walk around, please? Thank you. I haven't been to the discount store, haven't been to whatever this place is. This is the drugstore. Yeah, the one place we haven't been yet, so we'll definitely check it out at some point. But the one place I want to check out right now is the bookstore down here. Not that we need to go in here for any reason, because obviously we have the library that we can just rent books from, but we'll see. Ooh, that's a lot of books. Should we get these? You know what, why not? We may as well. Let's get them. We have the money too, so we may as well. Just to have them, just to increase our charm stats. What else we got? Kindness, charm, proficiency, and knowledge. Okay, so we'll just have. I feel like the more books we have, the better, because these we don't have to return any time. These we can just buy and own forever. So there's no real rush to read them soon. So better to have them so that we can always use them to increase the stats if we need to. Now we'll go return the DVD. I definitely want to make a point to explore Central Street in the future at some point. There's a lot of shops here that I haven't been to yet. What can I do for you? I'd like to. Yep, returning a DVD. Thank you very much. Anything else you need? Yeah, may as well. Let's rent a new DVD to watch at night, and the Guy McVer. Now we'll do this one. We gotta save the best for last, obviously. I've only watched, because obviously I know what MacGyver is. I think they rebooted the show. I'm not sure. I think they rebooted it recently, but I've only watched the original, and even that, not much. I think I only watched one episode of the original, and not much beyond that. But I did enjoy what I watched. So, you gotta save the best for last. Okay, so it didn't warp us right back to where we wanted to go. We have messages from people. Who are the messages from? Do I have plans today? Sit in the hallway, let me know if something comes up. Seems Ryuji hasn't gone home yet. Want to hang out with him for a bit? I'll decide later, because I want to check to see. Made some enhancements to the medicine from the other day. I think it's ready. You want to come over and test it out? I didn't put anything dangerous in it, so you should be okay. Yeah, because you've been so honest with me in the previous instances. I'm sure you have nothing but. You're nothing but honest to me right now. A feeling a bond with Takemi will grow stronger soon. You agree to a deal with Takemi, be sure to accept her invitation until you gain her trust, okay? Let's decide later. I kind of wanted to see if I could spend time with An today, but I'm guessing I can't do that because she still might be in the recovery period from after what happened, so I might not be able. I was hoping we would be able to. Just since we've been able to spend time with Ryuji, but we haven't been able to spend time with An at all. So I was hoping we'd be able to, but looks like that's not gonna happen. So what if I just talk to you? Like if I just go talk to you, can we hang out? I felt like someone was watching me this morning. What should I do? Maybe it wouldn't hurt to at least ask. No, but then Lady An seems depressed. Never mind, it's nothing. I should be able to invite her out with my current kindness. Oh, we can't. Okay, good. So we can spend time. I thought we had to wait for an IM message from her, but no, we can actually. Okay, good. I was really hoping we would be able to spend time with it today, and we can. Tell me about your problems, or I want you to rely on me. Let's see. Those are both crap options. I gotta say, really not a fan of the dialogue options for the most part, because they're, generally speaking, we get a couple good ones every now and again, but generally speaking, they're just things I would never say. Because, like, imagine you're Joker right now, and obviously An's going through some stuff, she wants someone to talk to about it. Our choices are, tell me about your problems, or I want you to rely on me. It's like, maybe sound less needy when you say that. Because you can say, like, you could say, tell me about your problems, and in a kind ways, and like, But you still don't, like, rephrase it like, if you want to, I'm always here to talk to you if you need someone to lean on, if you need someone to vent to. That's what you would say. You wouldn't just say, tell me about your problems, damn it, I want to know everything about your personal life. And this one's just shit, so I guess we'll just go with this one. Are you sure? You're so reliable. I guess it wouldn't be bad talking to me about the stuff. Development problem with Alma will go stronger soon? I think I will absolutely spend time with her. I didn't think we were going to be able to because we didn't have a message from her, but now that I know that we can, I will absolutely do that. I'm going to walk around, let me know when you're ready. Maybe don't let the cat walk around by itself, especially given its track record with eating a lot of stuff and doing weird things. Maybe don't do that. Maybe, okay. Well, we're never going to see that cat again. Oh, where the hell are we now? What the, okay. Something I want to talk to you about. It's Shihu. I'm all ears. I went to visit her in the hospital. She said she was, sorry for what? Sorry for not telling me about Kamoshida, all about the things he was doing to her. Look, it takes a lot of courage to come for something like that. I understand why she might feel it, because, you know, I can totally understand how that might be something that someone would feel, but she shouldn't feel any guilt for, especially given that she was under the manipulation and emotional force of Kamoshida, she shouldn't feel any guilt for not coming for whatsoever. It takes an immense amount of courage to do that. But it was my fault too. I didn't realize how much trouble she was in. Also, well, again, you were both victims of his emotional manipulation. Neither of you should feel any guilt for what happened whatsoever. It was not your fault. You feeling better now? She wants to keep the conversation focused on her and not in an inquisitive way. So just praise Shihu right now. Say she's so strong. Isn't she? Yep, I had a feeling that would work. I had a feeling that would work. Just keep the conversation focused on her. Because that's what she wants to talk about. I'm glad I finally got to tell her everything I couldn't bring myself to say before.
Hey.
And remember how Kamoshida threatened to take Shihu off the team if I didn't sleep with him? I had only agreed to it so that I wouldn't ruin Shihu's dreams. But now that I think about it, he never would have put her on the bench and cost his team games. I seriously should have dared him to try and take her starting spot. But in the end, maybe I just didn't believe in her ability. So... here's the thing. You can't blame yourself, and Kamoshida had the upper hand are the two correct things to say here. And this is absolutely what you should say. However, I get the sense that she's saying this because she wants to be affirmed for her position. Like, she's saying maybe it's just because I didn't want to believe much. Because she clearly feels guilt for what happened. And she shouldn't blame herself, just to be clear. She should not blame herself for what happened, because it was not her fault. But clearly she wants, like, I get the sense that her conversation, her thought process right now is, she wants to feel, maybe not vindicated, but she wants to feel, because, like I said, she's going through the thing right now where it's like, she's trying to justify to herself why she didn't speak up sooner about Kamoshida, because she thinks she's responsible. So I think I think it'd be more effective to say, yes, that might explain why you didn't come forward, than it would be to say, just blanket, you can't blame yourself, because that's not going to fix it. Even if you say that, it's not going to amend what she's feeling right now. So I'm going to go with this. This might not be the right choice, but I'm going to go with it anyway.
Oh.
Okay, great, we did it. All right, great. We got the happiness points. Yay. All the time because of how weak I am. That's why I believe Kamoshida's authority outweighed Shihu's own ability to earn a starting spot. Do you remember the last time I talked to you like this? Yeah, I do. Not in this restaurant, but it was, that was the first time we got a taste of precisely how intense this game was going to get. And it's still the first boss, by the way. I don't even know what the hell is coming next. I got that phone call from Kamoshida and cried. I felt so alone, scared even. Because you were there for me, I decided not to go. I was a little surprised at how pushy you were about it, but I see now that you just wanted to help. Thanks. Well, I couldn't just ignore you. Yeah, don't say it was no big deal. That's dismissive and reductive. You're so kind. But we're just getting all the happiness points today. Back then, people used to call me all sorts of names. Prissy bitch, Kamoshida's girl. I got tired of it pretty quickly. But to tell you the truth, someday I want to be able to take labels like that in stride. Hey, personas are the power of the heart, right? It means if my heart gets stronger, my persona will too. So, I want to strengthen my heart. And I want to use that strength to help the people around me. I hope we can save people from trouble, just like we did when we changed Kamoshida's heart. I think we can. Though honestly, I don't even know what strong is, but I'm going to find the answer, I promise. Let's find it together sounds more meaningful than, oh, I'll help. I'll help if you want me to help. Please let me help. Anyway, more happiness points. We're just hitting all the high marks today. Thanks, I feel like I'm a little stronger already. I guess that doesn't really count though, huh? I'll be relying on you. Let's train together and make our hearts super strong. I sense a heightened motivation from An. Alright, oh, and we got the increase. If negotiation, girl talk, if negotiate, what? If negotiation with a female shadow fails, you can try again? Okay. I mean, I won't turn that down, I guess. A strong heart, How about this? I won't get any refills on fountain drinks. Not sure that's what we were referring to by strong, but it's a start, I guess. I mean, they're free, so not getting any would mean you have a strong heart. Okay. I mean, that's certainly one way to look at it, I guess. Well, see you later. That was a nice chat. By the way, for those of you who've seen my Emily's Away 3 Let's Play, or I guess, well, yeah, mainly my Emily's Away 3, something that I did a lot in that series is kind of lodging my way through all the response options to try to cater to the person I'm speaking to as best I could. And I get that, because that's going to come up again here, because something a lot of people said in the comments from my Emily's Away 3 Let's Play is that they liked how I took the time to really think through my responses and try to logic my way, like, use logic to think about what the best thing to say in every situation was. Which made the videos longer, because I get the sense most people would just be like, option A, option B, option C. But I'd like to take the time to, even though I still don't think that those, I mean, obviously what we said there increased the happiness points, I still don't think it's going to have that big of an impact on what happens at the end of the game. I get the sense we'll be fine either way, because I don't think this game has multiple endings. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think it does. It doesn't seem like the kind of game that would. But point being, even if it has no effect on anything, it still feels more personal when you take the time to say what you think is the most rational, logical, emotionally impactful thing to say. So that's going to pop up a lot throughout the rest of this LP, I imagine. Oh, hey, it's me. Thanks again with the it's me. Thanks for listening to what I had to say earlier. Now I feel like I have a better idea of who I want to be. I'm going to think of how I can strengthen my heart. If I think of anything, I'll let you know. I hope you join me again next time. Don't say this. That's crap. Of course, you're my teammate. Just leave it to me. Leave it all to me. Yeah, I'm counting on you. You're such a nice guy. Oh, how about you help me come up with ways to train my heart? Heart training protocol. Well, I would say We Fit. Can we get We Fit Heart Training Edition instead of physical strength training? Let me know when a really good idea hits you, okay? Those things don't come around all that often. Bye. Well, that's a good idea I had was the Ace Attorney end credits video. Everything, it's all been downhill since then. That's the key to this. Oh, great. Speaking of going downhill, this guy. You get to lock up from now on. I can't keep. Wait. What do you mean you get to? I've been locking up for you anyway. Remember when you told me to freaking? Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. This is a good guy. I'm sure at some point it'll come around. We'll learn more about his backstory and we'll empathize with him a bit more. For the time being, still not really feeling him. You can now leave Yongenjaya at night.
Hey.
Neato. Do you want to go out now that we're allowed? Sure. Oh, and come to think of it, shouldn't we stop at that airsoft shop and ask about that paper bag?
Hey.
About that stuff you got. Well, the suiting armor, I mean. There's a laundromat next to the bathhouse, right? If we got some spare time, maybe... Yeah, maybe give me a longer laundry list while you're at it. Anything else you need me to do? I don't know. Okay, well, sure, let's, since we can do it now, let's go... Actually, you know what I want to do? The other job was at nighttime now, right? So now we can probably apply for that job now. Make sure you don't get dragged into some weird mess, right? That's too late for that, buddy. The reason I didn't apply for that third job was because it was a nighttime job, but now we can go out at nighttime, so... Maybe we can go apply for that now. Let's go see. Let's go. That's the wrong. I keep opening the every time. I always open the wrong menu. Let's go back to. It was in the underground walkway, right? I think. Let's go back here and apply. See if we can apply for that third job. It's right here. What was it again? It was this place. Yeah. Here we go. The nighttime job. So let's take. I mean, the thing is, I don't think it actually matters how often you attend the jobs, because I haven't gone to either of these two jobs. All right, I keep using the left stick to try to navigate menus, but I have to use a D-pad. That's a minor thing to point out. I admit that that's like the most minor of things. But I wish I could use the left stick to control the menu instead of just the D-pad. Anyway, I don't think it actually matters how often you go, since I haven't gone to either of these jobs in like a week, and I've not been fired yet, so I get the sense that I can just have all the jobs running concurrently and just keep raking in the money, so I may as well. Ooh, part-time job at the beef bowl shop, huh? Seems tough, but you might improve your proficiency. What do you want to do? Gonna apply? Absolutely, because applying in this universe just means calling them and then they give you the job immediately. So, you know, it's kind of a no-brainer. Hello, this is Orino Bako on Central Street. How many people are you ordering for? Oh, you're calling about the job opening. This is great timing. We're in need of some extra hands. I'd take just about anyone this one. Yeah, thanks. We've noticed. You know I'm working at night, do you? Stop anytime you're free to work. I mean, by the way, let's point out how this is going to absolutely wreck our sleep schedule to have daytime jobs and nighttime jobs in addition to going to school. We will get no sleep. The sleep, may as well say goodbye to sleep while you're at it. Settles it, you better work hard, okay? Sure, why not? I foresee nothing going wrong with this ingenious plan that I've just concocted. Alright, we may as well go to, it was on, I didn't actually read where it is. Is it here or here? Let's play save and start here, and then we'll just walk to the street if we had to. I didn't actually check to see where the damn job is. I probably should have done that. Probably would have been a good idea to actually check to see where the, also, what are these blue cards? I keep seeing the blue cards pop up every now and again. I don't know what they're for.
Please consider what I have to say.
There have been far too many incidents recently to ignore. Can anyone deny this? The runaway train incident, mysterious psychotic breakdowns, a school with a corrupt teacher. We've yet to discover the truth of it all. The apathy that permeates society is a direct result of negligence by our government and the media. You're listening quite attentively? Are you interested in politics? Well, so, not gonna dive down that rabbit hole in this video, but if it means I can escape this scene without getting beat the hell up, I'll say sure in this instance. Are you a student? I'm delighted to captivate the interest of someone your age. I could use the help of a young person, but I can't hire— oh, no, we're not. I'm sorry about that. However, I'd be happy if you stopped by to hear one of my speeches again. Oh, I don't need to— that's fine. We don't need to do that. Goodbye. The old man's speech is impressive. The kind of talk might be useful for negotiations in the metaverse. But I guess he's looking for someone with more experience. If you can just show him your dedication. He said he was going to a beef bowl shop, right? I bet he's talking about the— oh, great. Let me guess. I'm going to go to the beef bowl shop and he's going to show— okay. Oh, great. Here we go. Is this not— no, that's a smoking area. Yep, get the hell away from that place. I'd like to not contract lung cancer. Thanks, though. I'd like to live a long life. I don't need to die by lung cancer. Thanks, though. Let's go. So it must be here, then. I guess it would have made more sense for me to just come here immediately. Actually, I think I actually saw the burger place at the beginning of the episode. Right? Yeah, it's all the way back here. Anyway, consider this a PSA. Don't smoke. Don't do it. Consider this a PSA from Trevor Magic. Anyway, alright, to the beef bowl shop. Here we go. You can now quick travel to the beef bowl shop in Shibuya. And I'm sure that Mr. Politician's gonna be here. Maybe able to improve your proficiency if you work at a beef bowl place. Wanna work here today? Sure, let's do it.
I've been waiting.
Oh, you're the new part-timer, right? I've been expecting you. What have you been expecting you? No need to introduce yourself. I actually just need you to start working right away. Do you have any questions about the job? What does the work entail? As in, what gameplay is required of me? Take customers' orders, prep them, serve them, ring them up, and then clean the store. The meals are already made, so it should be simple. Just make sure you're nice to the customers, okay? Well, that's easier said than done when dealing with people in the world. Anything else? I guess this question, since it hasn't gone away yet. Not quite. Our budget's been cut despite being short-staffed, so you'll have to do everything alone. Oh, joy. You're a spry young dude, right? You'll be fine. Just I'll pay you more to make up for the extra work. I need to head out for a bit. Keep an eye on the shop till I get back. Okay, sure. Leave the new guy all by himself on his first day on the job. Thanks. Lovely. Great, boss. Well, just giving you your best shot. I guess I'll be cheering you on. Yeah, I'm great. Thanks. The meat's done. You'll burn it if you let it cook any longer. The customer there wants to order takeout. Who's trying to prepare that?
Nice work.
Alright, that fastest job in the West. Is your pay today? Never in my life have I been able to I've been able to get paid so much for doing so little. It's actually kind of insane.
Man.
That was so hard. The job was so demanding. If you say so, I just kind of sat there and watched things happen. But you still managed to do all those orders by yourself. If you asked me, you were pretty proficient. So, alright. I like how I can just, like, let things happen, such as let my character dodge chalk of no input on my own, and I get rewarded for it. It's like, thanks, I'll take free points. I don't mind if I do. Come on, let's leave. Alrighty then. That went well. And I guess that's probably gonna... So, thankfully, we did not bump into the politician man again. I was worried we were gonna have to bump into Mr. Politics again. But thankfully, he didn't show up at the beef bowl shop, so... Phew! Dodged a bullet there. Move a little more to the right. I can't see the screen. What screen? Where? Oh, that one. Okay, never mind. I didn't look up to see the damn screen over there on the left side of the screen. Now for today's train news. Today's headlines are... Volleyball beating investigation. The school claims to have left teaching methods up to its staff. It is denied once again that it had any knowledge of the beatings. Pollen warning as of next week. Greater volume and arriving later than in previous years. Hotspots of Tokyo. Experience art in Shibuya. The Maduram exhibit opens next week. People are really talking about the Kamoshida incident. I don't know why you're surprised with that. It's like the biggest thing that's ever happened to this place. No one in this car knows that we're the ones who did it. I don't know why they would expect otherwise. Or, sorry, I don't know why they would suspect otherwise, I guess. Because they have no reason to suspect you in any discernible way.
Yep.
Oh, great, you again. Oh, yeah, you got exams starting on Wednesday. Don't tell me you forgot. Honestly, I actually did let it slip my mind a little bit. Even though I went on a huge rant at the end of the last episode about how I hated the way you were forced to sit and do nothing for 3 hours during an exam or whatever. Are we gonna actually have to take a damn test in this game? Oh boy.
Open your textbook.
Today we'll be talking about The Tale of the Bamboo Cutter. Most theorize that it's the oldest story in Japan. For some, it's the oldest science fiction story in the world. But if you ask me, it's the oldest story of Japan about a terrible woman. I mean, Princess Kaguya gives her suitors absurd tasks, demands fancy gifts, then runs off to the moon. Some men lose their fortunes, some are humiliated, and some even get serious wounds and go blind. Women like Princess Kaguya actually show up in a lot of stories from around the world. Now then. Oh, great.
Do you know the
You've probably heard of the woman who uses her wiles to lead people to their doom as a femme fatale. So what's the literal translation of the phrase femme based through nothing but context clues and logic? I would go with fatal woman, but because none of these other things make any sense. But if you would ask me, like, just to, like, if this wasn't a multiple choice answer, I probably would have said something like this anyway, because just basic context clues would imply to be something along these lines.
Exactly.
That is correct. The answer is fatal woman in French, of course. Some famous examples of the witch Morgan. You can't. That's Morgan Le Fay. Okay. I mean, I get that it's spelled with an A instead of an E, but I mean, oh boy. Not to mention the wild, seductive dancer of opera, Carmen. Whoa, he actually knew that? Why is everyone so surprised? So, at this point, if I've answered all these questions correctly, surely you'd be like, oh yeah, that's just to be expected at this point.
Nice. Go.
You must be really smart to be able to, I feel like the more you say that, the less impact it has. Like, the further on, if you always tell me I'm such a genius for answering these questions, it's gonna stop feeling like it at some point. Because you say it every time. I just warn you that exams aren't so easy that you can pass them with a single night of cramming. Take your time and make sure you understand the material, okay? You heard her, must be rough being a student. Well, you have nothing to lose from studying, give it all you've got.
None of these posts are any good. Everyone's just bitching about their parents or their boyfriends. There ain't even a hint about a new palace.
We can't get everything online. Finding a post with a name and location is asking a lot.
Guess we just gotta find one ourselves then.
Are you seriously suggesting we look for a target that even the police have overlooked?
Yeah, you're right. We should probably just hold off till exams are done with, huh? We can wait and see for a little longer, then worry about coming up empty-handed if it happens.
Oh,
This place is off limits, you know.
Well, howdy do, Miss Makoto. Cursed name.
Once we're done chatting. Anyways, what's Miss Council President want with us?
Also, typically places that are off limits don't have the door wide open.
The troublemaker, the center of gossip, and the infamous transfer student. Interesting combination.
great way to start a conversation.
By the way, it seems as though you got to know Mr. Kamoshida pretty well.
So, since we know, we have the context to know that she's not on our side and she's actually on the opposite side and she's on the team of the corrupt principal and she wants to try to prove that we went to the metaverse, I guess. I really don't know what the principal thinks is expecting her to prove here, but point being, she's not on our side. And generally speaking, if you're on a secret spy mission to infiltrate your enemy's headquarters and get intel on them and try to get them to confess to something that they did, not a great idea, just to begin the mission being standoffish and rude. Historically, not a great strategy for getting people to trust you. I know, it sounds crazy, but it doesn't tend to work out all that well.
Anyone who attends this school would have interacted with him. whether they liked it or not.
I heard Mr. Kamoshida used a volleyball team member to spread details of your past record. Don't you hate him? Mr. Kamoshida, I mean.
What a stupid question.
About.
That's an idiotic question to ask. Of course, if you don't hate Kamoshida, there's something wrong. Like, that's... So, we just found out that Kamoshida is a serial rapist, child abuser, and verbal terrorist, essentially. So, I don't... If you ask that question to someone and the answer isn't, yes, I hate Kamoshida, that's a bad thing. So, I don't know what... Like, that's... You'd think... So, basically, point being, she's asking a question where the answer for the majority of people would obviously be yes. But typically, the only reason you ask a question like that is if you're fishing for the minority answer, by which you mean you're asking a question that you know has an obvious wrong answer, because you're trying to fish out that wrong answer to use it against them in the future. But the answer you want us to give is the obvious right answer that everybody in the world with a functioning moral compass would say. Everyone in the world with a functioning moral compass would say, yes, I hate Kamoshida. I do not, gotta say, I haven't met you all that long, but I'm not really, I feel like, tell you what, let's swap places. I'll do your job better for you. I'll do a better job of exposing us than you're doing right now, because I gotta say, you're failing miserably right now.
My friend here's an upstanding guy.
I don't mean to offend. Many students have been shaken up by what happened with Mr. Kamoshida.
That's one way to put it.
The rumors about that odd calling card-esque posting aren't going away either.
I didn't expect someone like you would care about that tactless stuff, Mijima-senpai.
I don't know that it was tactless. Anyways, we done here? We can't leave if you keep talking to us.
I think we can very easily leave. We just get up from our chairs and then we go walk down the stairs. That rhymed.
To understand my position, being forced to deal with this horseplay.
Horseplay?
Ah, yes, by the way. It's been decided that this place will be closed off due to the incident.
Alright, so lock the door. Until you lock the door to actually physically keep us out, we're not leaving.
I heard some people are coming up here without permission, after all.
Great, so lock the door then. If you really don't want us to come up here, then lock the... What was that You suck at your job, Makoto! I know I might have a bit of a bias against you because of your name, but I think I've also presented pretty logical arguments for why your strategy here sucks.
What was that about?
Good question. I know her motivations, and I still don't understand what the hell she was trying to do there.
Seems rather sharp.
Oh, does she? I would never have said that.
She really pisses me off. Yeah, talk about a pain in the ass.
That reminds me, study hard. Especially you, Ryuji. There are bound to be traps that will need to be solved with brains. Keep in mind that everything you do in your daily lives has an impact on your abilities.
True. Studying won't be so bad if we just think of it as helping us prepare to be phantom thieves.
I guess you got a point. But man, it's just so lame. I was all fired up about helping people, not about studying.
Well, I do have somewhere interesting to show you beforehand. You guys did originally promise to help me out with my mission after all.
Huh? Mission?
Follow me.
What are you bringing us here for?
Just do as I told you.
Alright, I've got the Phantom Aficionado website up. Now what?
Look for a post with a full name in it.
I already said, there's no info on any big shots, don't you? But man, people actually go put someone's real name on here. That's some scary shit.
You won't listen to what I say. No, wait. There's no name on this one.
Someone's bad-mouthing me in online chat rooms. This one's got a name.
Ignore those. Aren't there any posts about more serious trouble?
I don't know what to do about my ex who's stalking me. His name is Natsuhiko Nakanohara. It says he's a teller at City Hall.
A government worker's stalking someone?
That should be a suitable target. Alright, now get the meta-nav ready.
We're just gonna jump right into a palace? Fine by me.
Hey! What happened to all that talk of unanimous decision? What do you think we should do?
I guess we're going. I did not expect.
Talking about
Okay, didn't think we were. All right. Okay, we're doing it. I did not.
a name and a place, right? So the name is.
Actually, we don't need a location this time. Just enter exactly what I say.
Didn't think we'd be returning to the metaverse this soon, but all right.
Is Mementos.
Huh? What are you trying to pull?
Just listen to me. It should work. I think.
Ah, jeez.
It should work, I think. Your confidence is oozing.
Mementos, was it?
Candidate found.
We got a hit?
Just as I thought.
Alright, I'll be honest, I really didn't think we were going to be going back to the metaverse for at least a couple more episodes, but I guess we're going back now.
Everyone disappeared.
Sort of.
It kind of feels like I'm walking on air.
Believe it or not.
Is this that Nakanohara guy's palace?
That's half right, but half wrong. This is a type of palace, but it's different from the normal ones. Come on, let's head down. The shadows here lurk underground. I don't quite understand why. It may be because they're drawn to something.
Underground? How are we going to get there?
How? You use it every day on your way to school. Follow me.
Wait up, Cat! The hell is this place? Wait, our clothes changed?
The shadows know we're here?
Since the moment we stepped in,
You should have told us!
This cat is just terrible at providing information at the correct opportunities.
we're still safe right here. I've come to investigate a number of times. Shadows never come up to this floor, but it's a different story once you go down. This place is simply teeming with them.
Let me guess, is this a grinding? Because over the summer I did a couple Twitch streams. The big ones were in E3 during the E3 back in June, and I did a couple in August during the Gamescom. And I distinctly remember someone telling me there was an area in the game dedicated entirely to grinding. By chance, would this be the area dedicated entirely to grinding? Because the cat just said, place is teeming with them. But I'm getting a sense that like you can come here to just farm XP and money from defeating a bunch of shadows over and over again. I could be wrong, but I know someone did say that to me in Twitch chat a couple months ago during one of my streams. Is this by chance what that comment was referring to?
More importantly, what is this Mementos? It's about time you start explaining.
Mementos is everyone's palace.
Huh?
A palace as grand as the previous castle only forms when a person's wishes are extremely distorted. So instead of many individual palaces, the general public has one gigantic shared palace. That's where we are now. Mementos.
Now that you mention it, this place feels a bit different from Kamoshida's palace.
When you say shared, you mean they're all put together? Even though they're just strangers?
Think of it as the collective unconscious. No, never mind. You wouldn't understand that.
So what you're saying is, using this place, we can even change the hearts of people who don't have a palace?
Correct. The steps to do so are slightly different, though.
But this place looks pretty huge. Are we gonna be able to get around just by walking?
It seems the time has finally come. Morgana! Transform! Ladies first.
What? You what? 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 Okay. All right. Thomas the Tank Engine is entered the battle. Welcome to the Cars universe, everybody. Let me introduce you to Lightning Morqueen.
A car?
Yep.
This comes from the way cognition materializes in the metaverse. Plus a bit of extra training.
Okay.
It's not dissimilar to how you guys transform.
You turning into a car is totally different than our clothes changing.
For some reason, cats turning into buses is an extremely widespread cognition among the general public.
Why a bus, though?
No idea.
Wait, why didn't you do this at the castle?
I would have if I could, but that castle was cramped. There were tons of stairs, and no way this fits on top of a chandelier.
Hey, Skull! Ladies first!
Hey, stop pulling me! Oh, that's dangerous!
Panther, please be gentle!
All aboard! Let's go!
Why are you all just sitting back there? I'm a car, remember?
You're a car with eyes that can talk. Last time I consumed a piece of fictional media that contained a car with eyes that could talk, they drove themselves, Morgana.
Where unless someone drives me.
You can't drive yourself?
Do you know how to drive?
I've driven a game. Time to bust my moves.
Safety first, okay?
You'd better not smash up my beautiful face. You hear me?
Once again, on the bingo card of things to expect in Persona 5, Cat transforming into Lightning McQueen, not anywhere on the card. It was just nope.
We'll leave the driving to you.
Now start the engine. You can't drive if it's not running.
Ah, jeez, what a pain. Where's the key to this thing?
Why would you need a key? There's a switch just down next to the steering wheel. That tickles. Lower, lower. Oh, there. That feels so good.
Okay, this is weird.
Is that purring I hear? Oh, what a creepy ass car.
This is weird.
Don't underestimate my meowdery engine.
You need to can we delete that? Can we delete this line from the game
We're
script?
going full throttle. It's time to fly.
Cause where we're going, we don't need roads. What the hell? What is this?
Whoa.
Oh my god, what is happening? I guess it'd be strange driving on the tracks like this in the real world. Somewhere in here, right? Most likely in a segment of his own creation. Don't worry, it won't be the size of a palace. Our next step is to find an entrance to that segment. What's the entrance gonna look like? I have no idea, but strong distortions should be a pretty obvious visual clue. So we just gotta go wandering around for it then? What a goddamn pain in the ass. Toot toot chugga chugga big red car time. Toot toot, here we go. Oh god. Hi there. Let's just keep on going. Would this be the top? What the hell is this? It's all wavy. I'm guessing this is the place we have to go. Let's do it. Maybe so we don't have to fight that guy behind us. Oh dear god. I did. Something's there. Seems to be his shadow. Let me see. Some front desk guy at City Hall became a stalker, right? I don't know how much evil he's done, but we have to do something if he's bothering other people. Alright, we're gonna talk to him. Oh, great. What could possibly go wrong?
Who are you?
Are you that stalker? Haven't you ever stopped to consider how your ex feels?
She's my property. I can do whatever I want with her.
No and no.
It's not like she didn't treat me like a plaything. What's wrong with me doing the same?
Someone doing something to you doesn't mean you get to do the same thing back to them. Two wrongs don't make a right. That doesn't give you the free right to treat them like shit too.
You can't treat someone like shit just
Exactly.
to you. What a load of crap. We're gonna change the hearts of all the bastards like you.
There are millions of people far worse than me.
Imagine. Okay, so let's extend that logic, shall we? All right, so let's say you're this guy, okay, and you're arrested because you're accused of killing someone, right? And then you say to the people that arrest you, no, but like that guy over there, he killed 2 people, so he's worse than me. You should focus on him instead. You really think that all of a sudden they're gonna be like, oh, that makes sense. Why waste time on you for killing 1 person? We can catch that guy for killing 2 people. That's not how that works, my dude.
What about Madarame? He stole everything from me, but you're letting him off the hook?
Madarame? What the hell's this guy going on about?
Get ready. Here he comes.
That's, that thing's more adorable than creepy. Now that I finally have what's rightfully mine, I'm not going to let you take it away. This is a winner-takes-all world. Oh, God. Okay. Alright, I really did not expect we were going to be fighting enemies in the metaverse today, but alright, I will happily accept this. I'm not going to waste... Actually, no, let's just attack. I doubt it's going to take... I didn't use the gun. I didn't... How to tell him how to practice? I didn't use the gun immediately. I should have used the gun immediately. I literally said all the time in the palace, use the gun out of the gate. It's a free win machine. And I didn't use it this time. How to tell him how to practice with battles. Alright, well, I don't want to waste any attacks because I imagine that you're not going to have that much health. So we'll just use... So I don't want to waste any like, skills. We'll just use standard attacks. I imagine this is not going to be that hard of a battle. So we'll hold strong. I think we'll be able to take this, to clear this out pretty quickly. Yeah, just look at my team wreck face. Like, I can just sit back here and use items if I need to, use skills if I need to, or attack if I need to, and then just play out my team's strengths. It's working like a charm. And if it stops working like a charm, then I'll obviously change it up. But for the time being, why fix? Don't fix what ain't broke. Obviously. And for the finishing blow, maybe? Maybe? Oh, critical. Alright, okay. Now let's do the thing that everyone wanted me to do, which is try to capture it. We ain't got a damn thing to talk about. Or we could... Never mind, alright, so if that's the case, then give me money. Never mind, alright, I guess we can't I feel like every time I try to capture the persona, it just never works. Alright, we'll try again later. We'll try again next time we enter the metaverse. I'm trying. I do make the effort, but sadly, I choose the wrong targets. You survived that? Come again? You did. There we go. Thanks. That should have happened the first time. He survived the all-out attack. All right, we are rolling through this. We are rolling around in style. I like it. And a new skill.
A new move? Awesome.
All right. I'll happily accept the new move. Thank you. Oh, wow. Wow, we got a lot of new moves. Nice. Neato. Alright, mission complete?
I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Nah.
I couldn't stop obsessing. Not after this person I trusted used me and then disposed of me.
You don't have to be so hard on him anymore. He seems like he's sorry. So this person you trusted, is this the Madarame that you were talking about before?
I was afraid of being thrown away again, like some worthless thing.
So some selfish bastard was making you suffer too. Still, you shouldn't have dragged an unrelated woman into your mess.
Yes, I know that now. I'll put an end to my love for her. Hey, you can change people's hearts, right? In that case, won't you change Madarame's heart? Before more people fall victim to him?
Change Madarame's heart?
What's that shining thing?
It's the bud of a treasure. Had we left it be, it very well may have blossomed into a palace. Joker, this will make a perfect reward.
Beware the clinging ex-boyfriend. Alright then.
Nakanohara had a change of heart, right?
Most likely.
But how are we supposed to know if we succeeded?
Well, the lady posted the dude's name online. If he really does change, she'll probably comment again.
You do have a point.
Either way, training against shadows down here is the best. It's great prep for our next target.
It's also nice to be able to give courage to the people who post their problems online.
On top of that, we can sell whatever treasure we get for some cold hard cash.
Well, sounds like things are going pretty great for us. All right, we did it.
Hold on. There's somewhere I want to show you guys before we leave.
What, there's more?
Don't worry, it won't take long. Well then.
Why don't we leave the room first? By chance, is that guy gonna be waiting for us when we come out the other side? Like, is he just gonna be chilling like, I've been waiting for you? Or is he gonna be gone?
Guess we
Okay, he's gone. It would have been funny if he was just chilling, like, thanks for showing up. Now then, where are we? Alright, me about to kick your ass, thanks. So what else you want to do? There's something I'd like to check out an area further down. First off, we should look for a platform that'll let us descend. Wait, you've been here before, right? Don't you got like a map or something? That would hold no meaning in this place. The layout changes every time you enter. Wait, so our path changes too? This place is the fused cognition of a countless number of people. It's constantly shifting. Even so, our destination should be pretty close. I'm counting on you, Joker. Okay, then. Okay, it appears that there's still, something behind here. Oh, wait, there's a red dot. Oh, nope. The red dot. Okay, so the red dot can still sense me through the wall, which is interesting. I can't get over it. We're driving around a car that's actually a cat, and it's got the eyes. This is just, I mean, it's a star. Goodbye. It's hysterical, but it's also kind of awesome in a strange way. Oh, okay, guess we gotta fight you to get out of here. Alright, that's fine. I'm pretty sure I pressed X to ambush you, but alright, I can handle the, oh boy. Alright, maybe I can't handle the danger. Alright, first, you need to heal. Hopefully. Yep, good. You're all healed up. Alright, step one. That did something. Alright, let's actually, can I down, okay, I can down you. Let's focus, and then we'll focus all our damage on you to try to take you down, and then finish up you, if we can. Alright, yeah, okay, we can steamroll all of you. Well, actually, we can. I mean, let's guard. I doubt I'll be able to save them, because I guess my team's probably gonna... Yeah. Oh, wait, one's still alive. Never mind. I was gonna say, we could try to see if we can capture them, but I get this feeling... I guess I could... Oh my god, the car! Oh dear god. Oh, wow, okay. Car just jetted itself into the scenes like, this is my victory, everyone. This is all me time. Morgan McGueen, or whatever. Lightning Morgueen is what I said. And let's get out of the car, so that we can head back up again. And wait, Joker. Area 1 investigates. Fine. I'll go do the thing you want me to do. Toot, chug a big red car. Okay, fine. Yeah, so for these small battles, I'm probably gonna cut some of these out just because I don't want to pad out the videos with the same kind of battle over and over again. So we'll just. I mean, I'll show this just because what kind of personality do you really have? Can we talk? Alright, I suppose. Hooray! What if this leaves a scar and it's permanent? Sorry. I'll take it. Don't say that. Sorry. Just sorry. Sometimes it's nice when a guy acts more aggressive, but violence is just too much. Oh crap, today's the day of the event, and I hope tons of hotties show up. What do you think I should wear? I admit I want to draw some attention to myself. Kimono? I didn't think of that. I guess I'd look pure and innocent too. Guys really like that. You kind of remind me a bit of myself. Wait, talking to you made me remember something. I'm still not a shadow that belongs here. I used to be in the human sea of souls. I'm Pixie. I'm you after all, so let's hope we get along. Yay! Guys, I did it. I captured another persona. Are you proud of me? I'm doing the thing you wanted me to do. I'm capturing more of these guys. We're making great progress. Okay, also the seizure-inducing flashes in the background of the car. I think that's the subways whizzing by. The insane flashing light. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing it. So I'm slowly but surely capturing more and more of these things. Alright, so I'm guessing I gotta go down, if I can go, can I go this way? Thank you. Okay, let's assume I gotta go further down here to get where I want to go. Alright. Let's try to get some rotting meat on our team, shall we? Let's talk. Once me understand you, me lend you my power. Okay, me hear that in your world, big groups protect animals. They protect animal rights. You not worry you get in trouble if those groups hear what you are doing to me? That's true. I don't mind. It's for love. That's true. Don't humans have saying, no crying over spilled milk? Since ancient times, humans feared and respected gods and spirits. So why me in this situation right now? Why me at your mercy? Times have changed. Maybe a bit envious of how you can be so calm and flexible. Me not sure why, but you not seem like stranger to me. Me remember now. Me am not a shadow that belongs here. Me exists in the sea of souls of humans. Me am slime. Me, my power is your power. Use it how you want. Me like bugs. That's a reference. Alright. We did it again. Inadvertently, because we keep accidentally bumping into battles that I'm trying to drive past, but you know what, it's working. Alright, can we, is this the thing you want me to, oh, we got a thing, cool. So where, not that way, that door's locked. This is blocked off too. Let's go down this way. This is also blocked off, okay. Where do you want me to go? Oh, you can... Oh, I didn't... I did not know that you could break these open. Alright. What? Never mind. Well, now that I know that you can break these things open, that expands our exploration possibilities a little bit. Good to know. Alright, let's try this again. Now that I know that you can actually break these things open, let's actually break these walls down and see what's waiting for us. Ooh, this looks promising.
Oh, hold on a sec. You guys hearing something? The trains are totally running.
Of course they are. We're in the subway, you know.
Yeah, but I thought this was a palace.
And maybe this is how the public views this place? I don't know.
People go through this darkness every day?
Forget that. You sure we're cool running around on these tracks?
Should be fine as long as we're not on the same ones.
You've got to be kidding me.
Anyway, let's head to the lower area. It should be right after we go down that escalator.
Yeah, so the knowledge that I can break those things would have made that a little less lengthy, but it's fine. We figured it out eventually. I just assumed because they were blocked off we couldn't actually get past them, but now we know. Now we know better.
This way!
This is it. The thing I want to make sure of is inside. Inside this... Alright, let's go in. Doesn't look dangerous at all. I don't know what you mean.
What is this place? It's kinda creepy.
And a dead end at that. Why does it even exist?
Now hold on. Just watch. This is most likely not an ordinary wall. If my hunch is correct...
It opened.
A new area has been confirmed in the depths. Updating guidance information.
See? It's just as I thought.
What do you mean?
That wall wouldn't budge when I came here by myself before. But it'd be weird for the deepest part of Mementos to be some normal place like this, wouldn't it?
So you're thinking there's got to be more?
Yeah. Now that Kamoshida's palace is gone and people are actually starting to talk about us, I knew something had to have changed down here.
How deep is it? Should we try going further down?
Let's not. That's not why we're here today, remember? We've already accomplished our goal. We should head back, and I'll explain more once we're home.
Hey,
What the...
look.
Oh, great. It's the kid from the stupid thieves' den again. I'm not interested in what you're selling me. Go away.
In Mementos?
Go away. I don't care.
Maybe it's this one. Ooh, tasty.
Hey, what's he drinking?
Oh. I thought I felt something strange for a second.
The cat is almost as tall as the kid.
So, who are you guys? We should be asking you that. Good point. Sorry about that. It's customary for a human to introduce itself before asking another human for its name. Thanks for reminding me, Mr. Tanuki? No, Cat? What took so long to come up with cat? And I'm not either of those.
Your engine purrs. What do you...
Yeah, getting confused about that seems pretty normal to me.
My name is Jose. I'm looking for flowers. I'm pretty surprised.
And you chose a subway to act as your picking grounds for those.
I didn't know people could just come here. Well, we are pretty special. Wait, that's not important. Who you are is what matters right now.
When you said you were looking for flowers, did you mean that floating thing?
That's right, pretty lady. Those seem to be the ones I've been looking for. I'm collecting as many of them as I can, because I'm studying humans.
Studying humans? That's why you turned a flower into a drink?
Yep.
Drinking flower juice counts as studying?
Hey, could you guys help me with my research?
How?
By collecting flowers for me. I
Okay.
do it for free, though. I find all kinds of stuff you can use while you're exploring. I'll trade you some of that stuff for more flowers.
Well, what do you think? Should we try and get him some flowers?
So you're the black market weapons dealer of this universe?
We don't know this kid. We gotta be careful.
Oh, I'm sure
Who also runs a rip-off museum called the Thieves' Den.
He seems like he could use it, and it shouldn't be too hard to pick flowers while we're exploring, right?
Okay. Any other?
He called me pretty lady.
No! Lady on!
It's probably fine. I mean, he said he'd give us useful stuff and all. What'd he say?
Well, are you going to help me find the flowers or not?
Depends on the reward.
Thanks. Wait! Hang on a second! We still have no idea who this kid is! Don't go thanking us just yet! Aw, are you tired, kitty? You seem grumpy. I am not a cat! And I'm not grumpy!
Both of those statements are blatantly false.
Oh, okay. Then, are you hungry?
That said, this kid's also a dick.
I learned hunger can make a person turn grumpy. Here, you can have this.
Yeah, feed a cat a cookie, why don't you? Went well for the mouse.
I'll pass.
Well, yeah, you're making the kid worry about you even more. Guess there's no way out of this one.
I'll be looking for flowers around here, so stop by and say hi if you see me. Oh, and I guess just gathering flowers would be kind of boring, huh? Since you humans seem to enjoy playing so much, I'll come up with some fun games for you. Ah, I also remembered something humans like to say to each other. Good job.
Who in the hell was that?
So, on the list of people not to trust, that kid's occupies all 5 top slots.
If he's studying humans, does that mean he isn't one? I mean, he just seemed like some nice kid.
Well, he didn't feel like a shadow. I wouldn't say he's dangerous. At least for now.
Anyways, if we see any of those flowers he wants, I guess we can grab them for him.
Whoa! Hey!
Something I mean to give to all of you. And what would that... I was literally about... I didn't even read this first. But my knee-jerk reaction was to say, and what would that be? Well, actually, I picked up something strange while I was exploring earlier. Here it is. What would that be?
Huh?
A blue Luma? It's a star. At least that's what they look like, so that's what I call them. A star? So what about it did you want to show us? Humans make wishes on stars, right? So interesting. Stars granting wishes. So the star is going to grant your wishes. Oh, is it now? Our wishes? Or it would be nice to think that. Nice to think that. So you're a cons man is what you're saying. I'll give this to you. It's so sparkly and beautiful. You want it too, don't you? It's a sign of our friendship. You are a trademark salesperson.
Doing good?
Off I go now. Good job.
Hey, wait!
Oh, there he goes. A star, huh? Instead of grant wishes or something. I highly doubt something like that would actually happen, even Mementos. I guess you can at least try making a wish. Okay, I wish for all-you-can-eat parfait. How about we first things first, how about we wish Shiho a nice recovery in the hospital? Like a swift recovery so she can get back to her life. An extra large beef bowl with pork soup on the side. Just nothing's happening. Was Skull's wish too petty? You want to talk. I guess things don't just happen that easily. But we can't just throw the thing away, so hold on to it for now. Well, that was unexpected. Let's head back now. Random magic wishing star? Alright. At this point, why not? May as well.
Mementos, huh? Still don't really get that place. Oh, and what was that wall thing we saw at the end?
Not entirely sure, but that wall must have been there for a reason. If Mementos is the public's palace, though, it might be affected by the general public's belief in us.
Why do you know so much about it, Morgana?
My memories are a little foggy in that regard. However, I need to know what lies in the depths of Mementos. No matter what.
No matter what?
Mementos is not just everyone's palace. It's the source of all palaces. It used to be that palaces like Kamoshida's with one ruler simply didn't exist. So if we can do something about the greatest cause of distortions, I'm certain my appearance will...
You wanted someone to save you, too.
I just needed pawns.
I see. So that's why you came poking your nose around with us.
I'll help you. I hope you can regain what you've lost.
I'll be relying on you guys.
By the way, Morgana, are you a boy? Or might you be a girl?
Could it be a car?
That is a possibility.
I wish I could deny it, but I just can't be sure.
Why not? In any case, of course I'm male. I mean,
What is it?
no, it's nothing. We're done talking about that. Anyway, we now know that we can perform minor changes of heart in Mementos.
I keep wanting to make the reveal of who Morgana's identity is. I keep wanting to make references to something, but even just mentioning the thing that I want to reference will be a spoiler. So I keep having to refrain from doing it. Ugh.
If you come across any eye-catching leads, it may be worth dealing with them for a bit of combat practice.
There weren't any other outstanding ones, though.
I bet we'll get tons of them if we can change someone famous and make the Phantom Thieves well known. The big fish are our main targets, after all.
First, you need to find a way to get through your exams.
I can't wait for the next episode of Persona 5 when we take a test for the entire episode.
I gotta study.
Oh, by the way, that's the other thing. The thing with the teacher said about how you can't force all the studying into one night. Yeah, so I've never encountered. This is gonna sound like I'm tuning my own horn. I don't mean to do this. So just for context, the classes I took were always of a higher I always strive to take advanced classes to kind of push myself further with advanced classes and AP classes in high school, middle school, and high school to that extent. So, but even with that in mind, there was never a test or exam, even to this day, that I came across that I wasn't able to study in for, because I've always found it more effective to study the night before something, because then it's all fresh in your head instead of just leading up to it like weeks prior or something like that. Especially when the way my high school's exam structure worked was it was all in the same week, and it was day after day after day after day. So you did one or two. So if you, because you could take two math classes at once, or two science classes at once, or something like that. So for instance, I was in an introductory engineering class in high school, and that constitutes as a science class. So one year, my sophomore year, I took an advanced chemistry class and an introductory engineering class. And because those are both sciences, the exams are divvied up by subject. So like one day you do math, you take your math exam, then your science exam, history, language, etc., etc., etc. So I had to take the advanced chemistry exam and the introductory engineering exam on the same day. Pain. But that said, there's never been an exam that I've come across where I wasn't able to get the studying. Maybe it's just the way I study is different from other people, because I know a lot of people say they prefer to study a little bit at a time in the weeks leading up to it. I find it much more effective for me to do all the studying in the day before, so that's all very fresh in your mind. But everyone's different. I've never found it to be that effective to not do it all at once at the day before. Also, I don't even think it would have worked with the way that my high school's exam structure was laid out, like I just told you. Anyway, you now go to Mementos. This is where you will change the hearts of petty criminals who do not have their own palaces. For now, be patient until next start interviews. I'm guessing that's the grinding area that people were talking about. I'm guessing that's what they were referring to. Alright, so the game plan was to tackle the whole weekend in this episode to get through Saturday and Sunday, but it took a lot longer to get through Saturday than I expected, so I think we'll call things off here, and then tomorrow we'll do Sunday and then start up the next week as well. Man, that guy was a piece of cake. If we can take down some kind of big target next, then we're totally going to get famous. Hey, we're trying to help people not get famous, but if people don't know who we are, how are we going to give them any courage? Are you sure? Am I wrong? I don't think you're necessarily wrong. Should we really be doing this at all if we don't have a reason, like with Kamoshida? You mean we shouldn't be sticking our noses into other people's business? I don't know, man. If someone's in trouble, it's only natural to want to help them out. I mean, I agree with that. And I guess I was glad we were able to solve the stalker case. Plus, what good are our personas if we don't use them for good? Don't you agree? Yeah, I want to help people. I should have said I want to help people. Yeah, you're right. We don't get much time to be arguing over this either. That guy bothers me. Yeah, no getting carried away, you understand? And don't do anything like this to stand out like fail all your exams. Oh crap, speaking of that, I haven't studied at all. What about the star? The one Jose gave us, or Jose, I honestly wasn't paying attention to the pronunciation, I apologize. Wonder if that could help us ace the exams. I somehow doubt that. I'd settle for just not failing. Bargaining isn't gonna help. Oh, and to clarify, in case anyone wants to levy a snarky remark like, oh, well, I bet that studying remark didn't help your grades all that much. Like, nope, the tests I've taken throughout my schooling career have not dipped below a B, so, and it's usually a higher weight in terms of the grades that usually end up being A's instead of B's. I know it sounds like I'm tooting my own horn, I apologize, but I'm just bracing for someone is going to say something on the lines of, oh, well, sure, you say you'd study like that, but I bet it didn't benefit your grades at all, so I'm just bracing for that possibility, so trust me, it didn't. I've just always found that studying the day before an exam has always worked best for me. You're more than welcome to prefer a different method of studying, but that's always been what works best for me. Wouldn't use it for this in the first place. Maybe you should just, I don't know, put some actual effort in. You've still got some time. Fine. Did you mention anything about Mementos? If there's anything you want to know, I can tell you. Alright. By the way, I like how our main objective is prove your existence to society. Just, with no context, our mission is prove you exist. Like, okay, that's a bit of a heavy philosophical questions. Prove your existence to the world. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll wrap things up here. And then tomorrow we'll pick up with Sunday. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. Catch you all tomorrow for some more Persona 5 Royal. Goodbye.